26 cents.
I thought a lot about return to office. Wouldn't capitalism make companies remove offices if they can? Why do they want me in office?
So there's a couple of reasons. The biggest is that they understand one of the, my company, I had 35 employees. We were 100% remote, and I believe in remote work. But remote work is a thing that you have to be like on the side of, because a lot of companies don't like the idea that you don't have to work 40 to 50 to 60 hours a week to do your job. They're paying you in their heads. They're paying you to do hours of work and time. If you view it instead as I'm paying you to do your job, if you can do that job in 20 minutes, I don't give a shit if what you do the rest of your week. They want you there to be getting the full amount of your labor for that time. That's the reason. One. So they view it, and this is in the games industry, for example, the biggest one. The games industry very much wants people to be working as much as possible. It's famous to do 100-hour weeks. I've slept at multiple offices and wore it as a badge until I got very tired of it. It's the worst, but they breed you into wanting to do that, and they don't want to lose that. They don't like the idea of people working less, even though they're doing much of the same work. They want you to be working. The second reason is that the vast majority of investors who are invested in all these companies are also invested in commercial real estate, which, if you didn't know, is having a tough time right now. To say the least. Give me 2 seconds. We'll grab an article up. That's from a year ago. From Harvard Business Review says, well, you know what? We'll just say this is a year ago, and this is a fairly alarming headline. So, just as an example, Harvard Business Review, that famous socialist rag, Harvard, is saying that they're headed towards a crisis. It's a cute sort of way to put it. It's actively fucking happening. People are not going out and shopping. Malls are closing across the board. Commercial shops are closing. People aren't buying at retail anymore because they don't have money. Dollar stores are closing. Just take a second to think about that one. And on top of it, cities like San Francisco, one sec, I can see you right. Come on, load. I worked in San Francisco for a decade. I was at New Montgomery and Market for a while. And then I worked in the Presidio and lived downtown through most of that. This is, and they don't track this anymore, by the way. They don't want to talk about this anymore. But if you can see, like literally this is 2018 pre-pandemic to 2024. Pandemic ended and vacancy went up. So everyone thought there was going to be a return to office. Not only was there not a return to office, businesses kept closing down and shutting down. The office vacancy rate in San Francisco has collapsed. We're over 30% vacant. And the money that is invested into portfolios of commercial real estate is kind of the same thing as money that's invested in portfolios of stock or oils or futures or anything else. And when that is valueless, which it is at this point, and it has shown for years that it's valueless as a thing. When that starts to collapse, this is again, the cascade. What's the thing? All of these things are tied together. All of it is. All of it's tied together. But this is where we're just completely fucked. This is end of 2024 is the last measurement they have of this. And we were at a nice solid 34%. So if they make you go back to work, because we were miserable doing that and no one wants to do that, and people who work from home are quite happy to work from home. They're very happy to work from home. They want you to be unhappy because they'd rather have that rent being paid than have that problem start to grow. because that's who controls everything. Money, capital. I once heard that converting office buildings to housing isn't worth it. Costs are too high unless the government subsidizes and supports it, maybe. Yeah, it's one of those things. One sec. I just want to, just because, again, this is where you start having the dumbest shit that exists every time. This fucking San Francisco is why there's a reason I use San Francisco as my example. So Transamerica Pyramid is a very, very iconic building in San Francisco. And this is making me ill. Why would you have this go this fast with the 4 photos? For more than 2 decades, the international law firm Morgan Lewis called One Market Plaza its home in San Francisco. The property, which features 2 office towers flanked by a historical annex, sits at the terminus of Market Street with an unobstructed view of the Embarcadero waterfront and Bay Bridge. It's a beautiful space, a beautiful view for sure. But despite the top-tier location, Morgan Lewis began searching for a new home in 2023, less than 3 years left on its lease. Firm took its first tour of the Transamerica Pyramid last April, sources say, found itself returning the property repeatedly over other listings. Even though New York developer Michael Chavot's building was still a construction site, Morgan Lewis got an offer it couldn't refuse. 7 floors, 123,000 square feet, and a promise from the landlord to spend upwards of $350 per square foot on renovations. That's how desperate these fuckers are to get people into these buildings. $350 per square foot. Let's do some fun math. It's a lot, by the way. 123,000 times 350 is $43 million on upkeep and retrofitting for these 7 floors in order to bring them in. And this is happening across San Francisco. Morgan Lewis signed a 20-year lease at the Transamerica Pyramid last month. Spokesperson said the firm intends to move in the first quarter of 2026. This is an extremely wild thing that we're starting to see. This is a completely different world than where it was when the Transamerica building effectively became Salesforce HQ. And then everyone kind of just left. One trophy building wins at the expense of another. It's how it goes, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, the owners who were able to revamp or upgrade their buildings during the fallow period are securing prime leases as more companies seek a reputed physical space to push for in-person work. Yeah. Overall asking rent is dropping. Direct asking rent is dropping. We are seeing the pressure is significant. And again, the money that has been spent on these buildings, and this is in New York too. San Francisco is just my favorite version because I know these buildings. They're completely fucked, and it's one of those things that just changes all of it. One Market Plaza is huge. It's a great place. It's incredible. It's One Market Plaza. It's on here. We'll do Embarcadero. I'm a scooter guy, so I used to take my scooter out all the fucking time. And I have a Vespa. No, come on. We'll go here. No, stop. Fuck off. Stop fucking. God damn it. Go here. Is that the drop? That's the drop I want. We'll just do this here. Fine. This is the end of the Embarcadero right here. I fucking love this entire. Frustrating. I adore all of this space. What the fuck? Are you serious? Take me back outside. I want to see the. God, I hate Google so much sometimes. There's a huge market in here. It's amazing. The view is astonishing, as you can see. And One Plaza is right here. It's famous, actually, the area. And so when we talk about like everything that's here, news stations, people, it's...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but having taught some Econ 101 courses, this is really just basic cost acquisition calculation. I don't get how anybody can claim you don't know anything about economics.
Everyone claims I know nothing about anything, and they're probably mostly right. But thank you very much. Everything along this is like the most wanted space in all of San Francisco. But if you go straight down here, this is the famous buildings. Right over here. we can just wander over. I think we can just literally wander over everything in Google's here. It's astonishing and it's beautiful. But to go back, 5 of the 6 retail spaces on the ground floor atrium are vacant, and everyone's leaving. Everyone's leaving. Visa will leave its 162,000 square feet for its new Mission Rock headquarters. When Paramount Group partnered with investment firm Blackstone to purchase it in 2007, do you know what was going on in 2007? Was there a bubble? Paramount paid $720 million for a 50% stake. It's $1.44 billion fucking outlay of this building, and everyone's leaving. Lease momentum of the building was once so strong, the ownership group executed a $975 million loan for the property in 2014, but the bill came due at the worst possible time. And everyone's just getting fucked. This is why they're pushing for all of this. This is, again, cascade.
Hi,
A happy thought.
Oh, I don't have a happy thought, but I have a secret to tell you.
No, it's about a happy thought. Hello?